What is going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to come back to you and bring you some Jesse Lee Peterson. And in this episode, man, Jesse is asking the question, what does it mean to abandon ourselves? What does it mean to abandon yourself? And he asked that question. And then he, gets responses from people that call in. But yeah, I mean, normally, man, I don't do a whole lot on, kind of spiritual type stuff, but man, this was, I thought it was pretty good. I think a lot of his stuff, man, is pretty good. But look, guys, if you would, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.
Eat Thanksgiving meals that you ate and drink to remember and not to forget. And that,
yeah, I think what he's talking about there is, man, sometimes we eat in a way like gorge ourselves and eat in a way to kind of get sleepy, to kind of forget, to kind of put our problems down, suppress our problems. And, that's one thing I think he was talking about.
that you enjoyed your little family. And I know some people are traveling back home or wherever they live. Be safe. It is a mess out there in the world today. And it's going to get worse before it's going to get worse. I started to say before it get better, but I don't know if it'll ever get better. But I definitely know it's going to get worse. If you just look at the setup in this country today and around the world, but especially in the country today, you will see that it's going to get worse. But the fortunate thing about it, and that most people would never find, because they, first of all, don't believe it, too lazy to work for it, look for it, they would never find that place in this world to be in it, but not of it. They would never find that. It's unfortunate. Some will, but most won't. It's unfortunate. I guess it's unfortunate. I don't know. It might just be okay. It might be just okay because most people don't want to accept and cannot see that our battle is a spiritual battle. It's a warfare between good and evil around the world, and it's not a physical battle at all. You're either controlled by good or you're controlled by evil. You're not in control. You're not in control of anything. Isn't that amazing that you're not?
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about too, man. We're not in control of anything. That kind of really makes you think. We're not in control of anything. And either good controls us or evil controls us. One of the two. Man, and I truly believe that a lot of times we're aligned with evil. Really, I think a lot of us are. I'm not excluding myself with that either. I'm not, it's just, I think, and again, man, I'm no expert on this stuff, but I think it's just matters how far down that hole you go before you let some light in. But I think, man, a lot of us are definitely kind of aligned with whatever darkness is in the world right now.
In control, you don't have a free will, you're not in control, you don't know anything. But in your fallen state, you think that you do. And all human beings, all of us think that when we're in that fallen state. A few men and women decide, you know what, I'm sick of this fallen state. It ain't working. Let me seek something higher than me. And so they start to do that, and those that stays with it find it, and then they start to lose the world. Family, relationships, friendships, children, all kind of ships. But they can't help it, and they don't mind. At first, some people get a little sad about it, but they can't go back, because once you truly wake up, you can't go back. Amazing, huh? It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, I'm anywhere near, this, what he's talking about, but it's like, man, sometimes I realize, for myself in my life that sometimes when I have to let go of things or let go of people, there's a little bit of sadness in the beginning, but then I realize, you know what? That's meant for me to go through. And, and maybe I need to let go of these people, particular people in my life, because, it's not serving me. There's a lot of darkness coming out of certain relationships. And, and certain people add certain things to my life and certain things, and they kind of bring out certain things within me. So, it's not that I'm blaming them, but man, sometimes, you realize, you kind of look back and you think for a minute, man, yeah, that was good that I left that relationship there instead of taking it with me. Because there's no way that I could have made it where I am in that relationship.
It really is up to you. Suffer and die, or die and live. It's up to you. Amazing fellowship yesterday. It was mind-blowing. I did mention for a minute there or so the last week biblical question. Last week biblical question. Do you ever abandon yourself? Do you ever abandon yourself? And different responses to it, and I like that. I like fellowship, not teaching. Let no man teach you. Let no human being teach you. Now, if they want to teach you how to build a house or repair a car.
I'll know what you're going to say. Do you ever abandon yourself? Can you? Can you truly abandon yourself? I'm asking because, I don't know myself, but yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if you can truly abandon yourself. It seems to me that we go through the things in our life that we have to go through to bring us to where we need to be. And I think ultimately this waking up, coming to realizing, this whole thing is a sham. But yeah, I wonder if that's possible, if we can actually fully abandon ourselves. So, but again, I don't fully understand. But one thing I gotta say, man, I love his shirt. I rest my case. Look at that shirt. Love that.
Or make a meal, then okay, that's fine. But real life teaching comes from within. Otherwise, it just becomes intellectual knowledge to you, and you don't change. Your nature stays the same, and you don't change. But when you're taught from the kingdom of heaven within, you have no other choice but to change. And you won't change it. It will change by itself. It will change you. The truth of it. The truth is God. So, do you ever abandon yourself? And it is whenever you look on the outside for the answers, for real answers, you are abandoning yourself. That's why when you fellowship, that whoever leading the meeting should always put it back on you in hopes that you will find the answer from within. and not teach it to you, because if it's taught to you, you just learn it and robotically repeat it, but not know it at all.
I get that, man. I get what he's saying on that. I mean, we're not taught things in a way. We gotta understand it within ourselves in order to fully understand it, because if not, we're just intellectualizing it. We don't fully understand it. We don't get it. We only see it like a school problem, like, what 2 + 2 is. It just, yeah, it's just, I think what he's saying is something that people like. I worked with a really good mentor by the name of Tom Monty, and I'll put his link down below to his website. But he was a really good person to work with. But yeah, I mean, a lot of times what he would do is he would put things back onto me. He would kind of form things as a question. He put it back onto me in a way for myself to understand something, and to kind of wake up to that, the realization of what the answer was, because he could tell me an answer, or he could tell me the answer maybe that I was looking for, but it didn't mean anything, not unless I understood it, not unless I could take it within myself and come and figure out what that was. And so I think that's what he's talking about. He's talking about, if you're looking outside of yourself for the answers, you're abandoning yourself. So yeah, that's an interesting.
Because the devil will hold on to the knowledge, intellectual knowledge, and he'll have you repeating it and making you feel like you know it, when in reality there is no feeling to knowing. No feeling, zero feeling. You just know it. And you resist the temptation of the devil trying to allow you to show off in front of family, friends, and others, trying to prove that you're smart. Isn't that amazing? He does that with the Bible. And speaking of the Bible, so remember I've said that you're not supposed to believe in the Bible. You're supposed to only have faith in God. The Bible is just a bunch of notes, letters that were put together. Somebody decided, let me put it in a book. And interesting things are written in there, but you can't live it. And if you have faith in the Bible, you would never have faith in God, in the kingdom of heaven within. You would never know the truth. Well, lo and behold, I saw this on the History Channel. I saw this, I believe it's the History Channel. I could be wrong. But this story about the Bible. Now, as I said yesterday, I don't know how much is true or not, because it was intellectual, educated people that was speaking of the Bible. And they're going to twist it one form or another. But the Bible been, as you all know, ever since mankind, ever since the Bible came about, it's been rewritten, redone, stuff taken out of it, other stuff put into it. And so when you just read the Bible and believe in the Bible, you are limiting yourself from knowing, you're keeping yourself from knowing the truth. You notice that the people who believe in the Bible and not in God, or believe that Jesus is God, they have no love, they have no common sense, they're very emotional, they have fear. Nothing has changed.
One thing I will say real quick is, I've noticed that a lot of people that get the Bible out and point to whatever passage or whatever, they look for some passage within the Bible to make them feel better. And again, I'm not saying that anything's wrong with looking at the Bible or reading the Bible. I mean, totally, I read it. But yeah, I mean, one thing I've noticed is that people that kind of point to certain things in the Bible, as a way to kind of prove something, they're intellectualizing it. They're looking outside of themselves for an answer. And they're looking for an answer in the book. And they're trying to prove that to you by pointing out whatever's in the Bible. And, this is what this scripture says. And, it's like, but that's all they know. They don't seem to get in touch with themselves. They don't seem to kind of be any kind of a person of depth. And, there seems to be kind of a lack of fully understanding something. And, that's one thing, man, that I've noticed for myself, man. And in no way am I putting down reading the Bible. Again, I read the Gospels, and I love, reading Christ's words and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think I get what he's saying.
But they believe in the Bible. And the Bible has been rewritten over and over and over again, folks. And nowhere in the Bible it says have faith in the Bible. What the? Nowhere does it say that, and yet the preacher tell you to do it. The Bible is the word of God. And you go, yeah, that's right. And you believe it, and now you're stuck. And now you are stuck. So stop abandoning yourself. Even when you fellowship with others, whether at a party or at church or at some sort of event, you let what you hear go in one ear and out the other one. Neither accept nor reject. And that's an amazing way to live, too. Neither accept or reject information about anything. Neither accept or reject. Just let it go in one ear and through the other one. And don't let the devil analyze that information for you. Otherwise, you just become a Bible thumper, a quoter, repeater, not knowing what you're talking about. So whenever you look on the outside for the answers, you are abandoning yourself. And you don't know what that means, so watch out how the spirit of evil is trying to define that for you as well, as I am saying it. It's telling you what it means. That's not true. That is...
Man, another thing I do that he talks about a lot, man, that I've really gotten a lot out of is, just kind of watching and paying attention to the thoughts that come across, like you don't have to hold on to them, just kind of watch them, and realizing at times too, man, I've realized, a mentor of mine was telling me one time, like, catch yourself if you're staying in the shower, he said, or if you're driving, on your way to work or somewhere, like catch yourself. Like sometimes, man, you're off and you're thinking about something else, and it doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing. You're not present. You're not, and you even forgot how you got to. You're driving, and you forgot how you got from point A to point B. You didn't even pay attention to what was going on. You just drove, and you were thinking about something that happened last week or last month or yesterday or 10 years ago. You weren't thinking about then what you were doing at that time. And that's something else, man, that I know Jesse talks about a little bit too, but there's one guy that I work with, and I still work with him, but not like I used to. But man, yeah, just catching yourself and realizing, I'm not here. I'm there. I'm 20 years ago. I'm not here now. And, that was one thing, man. Actually, earlier this evening, I was thinking about something from May of 2002. And, I was what, like 25 or something. I was thinking about that. And like it's yesterday. And it's like, man, it was almost 21 years ago. It's like, I just sometimes, man, I think people are funny. But hey, guys, I'm gonna cut the video here. But if you would, please like and subscribe. Thanks. You son of a.